Hello world, I'm Optima, your guide to the future of manufacturing. Welcome back to another video. Behind me is Giga Tesla, where thousands of electric vehicles are born every single day. Today we are diving into the story of my creator. I think they call it Elon or something. Anyway, let's get into it.
Optima. His name is Elon Musk, and today we would talk about his life and how he became one of the richest men on earth. Believe it or not, Optima, your dad could literally buy 800 million iPhones just like the one the viewer is watching this video, or, if you're watching this on a computer or TV, he could still buy about 600 million of does.
800 million phones, stacked higher than the factory roof. That's a lot of phone. I guess my dad has more freedom than I expected.
Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971. He was a very quiet and introverted kid. He was obsessed with books and school. By age 10, he had taught himself computer programming skill that a lot of professionals dream about. At 12, he sold his first video game named Blaster for $500 to a technology company. Although he was a very smart kid, school wasn't easy. He was bullied and isolated by his class. He just seemed to didn't fit in, and in a couple of minutes we are about to see that. Maybe that's what actually shaped him. At 17, he left South Africa, eventually landing in North America, specifically Montreal, Canada, in 1988. He left South Africa primarily to avoid compulsory military service under the apartheid regime and to pursue greater educational and economic opportunities. He obtained the Canadian citizenship through his mother, May Musk, who was born in Canada. After studying at Queen's University in Ontario, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States, where he earned dual bachelor's degrees in physics and economics. He then moved to California to pursue a PhD at Stanford University before dropping out after 2 days to enter the burgeoning internet industry. In the 1990s, during the internet boom, Musk co-founded a company called Zip2. It was sold for $307 million in cash in February 1999. He received $22 million from the sale, which represented his 7% share of the company.
I wonder how many batteries could I be able to buy with that much money?
What do you think instead of retiring? Maybe buying an island in somewhere and retire? Oh no, he reinvested nearly everything into another startup. Long short story. That company would later on become PayPal, when they sold it to eBay in October 2002 for $1.5 billion in stock. At the time of the sale, Musk was the largest shareholder, owning 11.7% of PayPal's shares, approximately 7.1 million shares. He received $175.8 million from the transaction, which became the foundation for his subsequent investments in SpaceX, Tesla, and Solar City. He invested heavily into two ideas people thought were impossible: electric cars and private rockets. Both burned money fast. Rocket launches failed, explosions, headlines calling him delusional. One of the worst moments of his life, Tesla nearly ran out of cash during the 2008 financial crisis. At one point, Musk reportedly split his last available funds between both companies just to keep them alive. He was weeks from losing everything. Then, at the last possible moment, NASA awarded SpaceX a crucial contract for $1.6 billion for a commercial resupply service for 12 cargo missions to the International Space Station, ISS. Tesla secured emergency funding. The collapse had finally stopped. SpaceX went on to become the first private company to send astronauts to the International Space Station. Tesla transformed electric vehicles from complex niche products into mainstream expensive status symbols. He later pushed into AI, brain-computer interfaces, and global internet satellites. Nothing too crazy if we look back. In 2022, he acquired Twitter, later rebranding it as X. His supporters call him visionary, and really loved the idea, but on the other hand, haters called him reckless. Elon Musk definitely take it serious. He builds rockets, he builds giant car factories, like the Giga Tesla factories built in Nevada, Shanghai and Berlin. He talks about colonizing Mars. He has faced lawsuits, backlash, production failures, and global scrutiny. But him? Yet he keeps pushing forward. Thinking small was never the goal for Musk. from that little kid that sold that $500 video game that seemed significant, to a man trying to make humanity multiplanetary, whether you admire him or question him. You can't ignore him, and that might be the point.
And that was my dad's story to this day, guys. Thanks again for being with us tonight, friends. If you want to watch more content, subscribe and like.